Hello and welcome to the Piano Man's Library. I'm going to do things a little bit different this time. Usually this time of the month we're discussing our wrap-ups, everything we've read this month, or piles of possibilities, or what we want to read in the next month. And I'm not going to do either of those things. So, my plans are this. November, I'm going to finish my book bingo that I have been working on this year. Most of the books I've started, and I've talked about them at least briefly here and there. So I won't discuss them again until I'm all finished with them. Yes, so I'm going to finish this. My plans for December, I like to chill in December and just read light, fluffy, maybe some Christmas romances, some Advent things. But that's pretty much what I'm going to do for December. So that's the rest of the year covered. But I have plans for next year. And, excuse me, miss, but you're not helping. Yes. Say hello. Okay, now say goodbye. Yes. So, I needed a few more books to fill in some of the gaps because I want to read a few new things. I want to read more biographies. I want to read, continue reading history, and also explore new authors that are new to me, at least. So, yes, I needed a few more books. So, I'll start with the biographies, then move into history, and then fiction. So, I may or may not figure out how to work the chapters things, but if I can figure that out, then we'll do that, and if not, I'm sorry. But I am not very tech savvy, in case you haven't noticed. So the first one that I have here is a Jane Austen biography. And yes, I haven't read this one. All of these are used books. This one, it's slightly broken in the middle, but the pages are fine, so it will do me just fine. Yes, so Jane Austen. The next one, this is The Four Queens, the Provincial Sisters Who Ruled Europe by Nancy Goldstone. And isn't that beautiful? Set against the backdrop of the 13th century, a time of chivalry and crusades, poetry, knights, and monarchs, comes the story of four provocative sisters who rose from near obscurity to become the most coveted and powerful women in Europe. The brilliant marriages of Marguerite, Eleanor Sanchia, I'm not sure how she pronounces her name, and Beatrice, the beautiful daughters of the Count of Provence, made them the queens of France, England, Germany, and Sicily. Okay, so, I do not know anything much about any of these ladies, and it sounds very, very good. So there's that one. And then there's another biography, The Last Alchemist, Count Cagliostro, Master of Magic in the Age of Reason, by Ian McKelman. And actually, I should say when these were published. Okay, so Jane Austen's, hers was published in 2003. This book is only 246 pages. And The Four Queens was published in 2007, and it's 310 pages. So fitting a lot into a few pages. That'll be good. This one here was published in 2003, The Last Alchemist. It is 246 pages. And it says here, who was the mysterious Count Cagliostro? Depending on whom you ask, he was either a great healer and mystic, or a dangerous charlatan whose revolutionary notions and influences threatened to undermine the monarchies of France and Russia. Whatever else he was, Count Alessandro de Cagliostro, the leader of an exotic brand of Freemasonry, was indisputably one of the most influential and notorious figures of the latter 18th century, overcoming poverty and a noble birth to become the darling and bane of upper crust Europe. So that sounded really good. Okay, and the other last, yes, those are the biographies. And so for history, we found this book on the cheap. This is a hardcover copy, The Landmark of Thucydides. And I've read this one already. I loved it. I love war stories and battle stories, and there's some good speeches in here. I highly recommend these copies, these editions, because they come with maps. Let's just find some here. Whoops. They come with maps and some pictures of busts of some of the people, and art. And these are fabulous. But anyway, this one here is of Thucydides. It is a comprehensive guide to the Peloponnesian War. So that it's very good. It's very good. Now we have I've also read the Herodotus Landmark edition, which I both loved and thought was shook my head, at a bunch of things. He was an interesting character in his histories. But the one that I haven't read, yes, we needed another copy of that because we loaned some out and we didn't get them back, but that's okay. I paid $3 for that edition. So, but when we picked that up, I realized that my daughter still had my Campaigns of Alexander edition, which I have not read. So this will be on my TBR. Maybe first quarter next year. I hope so. I have a lot of things already that I wanted to get to, but that is one of the things that I'm looking forward to. All right, there, then we have, moving into fiction, The Winds of Change by Martha Grimes. And this is a Richard Jury mystery. And now I did some research on this. This particular book was published in 2004. This is book 19 of the Jury mystery series. And in 2025, she published book number 26. So if I like this, this is a new to me author. If I like this, I will have a lot of other books that I can gather and read from. So, and this one here is 407 pages. You are persistent today. So, it looks like, coming in well over halfway through the series, that I might be missing a little bit of the backstory. But it mentions a few things in the beginning of the book, in the blurb at the front. So I think I'll be able to catch on easy enough to the history behind it. And this sounds really good. This takes place in London, and so I'm assuming, because he's some kind of policeman, inspector, something of that nature, all of them take place in London. So that will be different for me. Another something different, and I just recently saw this one. I can't remember who mentioned it. They had a book haul and were talking about it. I honestly can't think who it was, though. But The Deluge by Stephen Markley. And the reason that I remember is he thought that the page was torn when he first picked it up, and was like, oh, no, it's not. Yes, and so that stuck with me, but I can't think who it was. But this book, it was written in, or published in 2023. This is a dystopian literary book, and it's described as challenging, dark, and tense. So, you can't wear my glasses. So, yes, it will be different for me. It's a very heavy book, so I'm not going to be lugging it around. But yeah, 880 pages for this one. And then, on a lighter note, Written in Time by Jan Fields. And this sounds like a cozy mystery. Now, I have not had very good luck with cozy mysteries. They just, for the most part, don't agree with me, but I'm bound and determined to find the author for me. So this one takes place during a heat wave in Nantucket, and it's about a bookshop owner. So there's that one. and then Change of Heart, a novel by Courtney Walsh. And this is described as a contemporary romance. It's emotional, reflective, and fast-paced. It was published in 2016, and it has 400 pages. So that sounds good. Yes. Put it down. Keep going. Okay, and this one is the last one. The Bright Spot, a novel by Jill Shalvis. And it was previously purchased at Ollie's for $3.99. I paid $1.99, so that was good. This is a contemporary romance. It is funny, hopeful, and lighthearted. It is 359 pages, and it was published in 2024, last year. So those are the books that we picked up, and I'm excited to get to those. That's, next year, probably. Maybe a couple of the lighter books. Well, I might hit them up in December if I can't find any good Christmas ones. But yes, so that is what's going on in our library. The Piano Man and I are reading Frankenstein together at the moment, and that is a first read for both of us. So I can't wait to tell you about it. I'll finish first, but I'll have to wait and talk about it when he's finished. But anyway, let me know what your plans are for November and what you've been reading. And I hope to talk to you in the comments below. Remember to subscribe if you haven't yet, and give me a thumbs up if you liked it. And if you didn't like it, please also let me know what I can improve on, because otherwise you'll be stuck with me exactly as I am. Thank you so much, and you have a great day. Goodbye.